There she is. Hello, Eddie. Can you hear me or see us?
Hello? Hello, good morning.
Oh, there you are.
Thank you. Just the computer fried and disconnected. So we had to start a new broadcast. Thank you for staying here and continuing. Thank you so much. Good morning, Luke. Good morning, Abigail. So, Cindy, are there any questions? Yanis and Iola, Luke, Fernando, Felipe, Abigail, T. Thank you. Thank you. Before we continue reading, Cindy, would you like to continue reading?
Yes, Etty. I continued reading, but I don't know if people. I think some could hear me. I don't know if everyone could. And maybe you want me to just read it again. I
Yeah.
just read two paragraphs, the small one and the bigger one.
Okay. So please do.
Okay. Okay. The approach of the essential in the world is closely related to the essential in man, and because of it, has a very personal character. Every man gives expression to the world in a different manner. Therefore, it was an ancient custom merely to transmit this profounder and wider approach from teacher to pupil, taking into account the natural disposition and character of the pupil correctly to understand the greatness and depth of the meaning of life. It required wisdom and restraint on the part of the teacher to impart this to the pupil. With regard to the latter's personality, which, under the circumstances, formed the maximum, or the reverse of the knowledge of ultimate causes and forces implies a potential, unchecked, immense power over matter. The chances of abuse of this power for the sake of narrow minded, selfish purposes often caused the teacher to limit the extent of the pupil's initiation. Modern man who has barely tasted the consequences of penetrating into a few secrets of matter as expressed in conceptions such as nuclear energy, modern psychology, and biology, will not look upon this disposition in regard to initiating pupils as strange or narrow-minded or wrong anymore.
Thank you. Did we understand? Do we understand why the teacher sometimes limits the teaching? Why? Why sometimes the teacher, yes, has to limit the teaching? Why is that so? Because the teaching has no borders, yes? It's infinite. Why the teacher would limit the teaching? For what reason? Does the teacher has a choice in it? Does he has like a meeting and have he decides, yes, and write this down? What happens when the teacher sense that the student will take advantage? What happens immediately? Not because this is the teacher's, yes, choice, but what happens from the infinite? What happens? Can you imagine? Even if we don't know, yeah? What happens? Why would the teacher limit the teaching? Why the infinite will limit the streaming? What are the breaks in this? What kind of breaks are being activated from the infinite in such a situation? Yes, Luke. To allow the student to access from their own perspective. Yes, Yanis, abuse of power. Yes, many people are trying to learn to gain power and have possession. When the teacher notice this, it's not even a split of a second. It's from the sound, even from someone. It is not even an active choice, yes, of the teacher. It just stops or reduce. There is a beautiful teaching. You can see this is happening all the time, by the way. But there's a beautiful recording from India. There was a great teacher. His name is Ramesh Balsakar. And after like the 2008 or something, somebody came into India and made a video about his teacher. Yes? And this person was not innocent. And Ramesh agrees, yes, to this interview of few minutes about his teacher. But in an instant, you could see that he is uncomfortable, he's short, he's nervous, and in a way just answer yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, without opening the door for a conversation. Why? Because he noticed the one who makes this video about his teacher, not because his teacher, but it was not clean. Yes? It has another interest. So immediately the channel is closed, not because Ramesh decided. Yes? It is closed and nothing is moved. Yes and no, yes and no, yes and no, until the time goes, and this is it, the video. Yes and no, yes and no. So we might, and this is a beautiful thing, because if you have met such a moment, you could see the same person, let's say, yes, extending and speaking great deal of depth, yes, with students. And sometimes you will see him in another moment, and he will seem to us as nervous, as short, as impatient, yes? Not because he is like this, because this is what comes. So there is a limitation or protection, yes, of innocence. Questions? The teacher from himself will give everything to the student who is coming innocently. Everything. Because there is no limitation. The only limitation is, in a way, the character or the intention of the student. This is the only limitation. There isn't any other limitation whatsoever. Yes. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes. That's correct. Questions? Yes, Felipe.
It makes me think of the Shoshana Eti.
Yes.
Like the rose and the bride that is that would accept only the groom
Yes.
if you know if there is a relation of truth, of trust, of love, and so let's say the secret is opened.
Yes.
this is like a chemical reaction that has to be perfect in a way.
That's correct. To those who are not ready, they will meet thorns in their ways. The students who are not ready, or just coming for a reputation or from boredom, they will meet thorns. Yes, the thorns from the rose. But to those who are ready, there aren't any limitations. They will have the sense, the smell of the rose, the petals, everything. There aren't any limitation. If there's innocent intention, there aren't any limitations. It's very simple. Therefore, it's unconditional love. This is a very interesting relations between teacher and a student, because there is no narration between them. Let's say there is a child and a parent, so there is narration. But between teacher and a student, there is no narration. It's very simple.
And it's interesting, as you mentioned, it's not personal. It's not personal because one might think that someone is against me. My teacher doesn't love me, doesn't want to share his knowledge, or he or she is selfish or so. And it's something that it's like a door that it's closed or opened without a personal willing, let's say. It's I already felt, for me, I already felt it for others, and it is quite interesting because it is suddenly something changed, and a door is closed, and you have to sit and wait a bit patiently to try to do it right in the next time.
Yes. Yes, there is no personalities involvement because there is no personalities, yes, in this stage. Yes, Fernando is writing Shoshana of Sharon, Shoshana Sharon, Lily of the Singing. Sharon, yes, it's not just a region, geographical region. Sharon from Shar, to sing. Lily of the Singing. The relationship as everyone is singing. This is it. Yes. Vatzelet Sharon, the lily of the singing. Yes, no, with the, because when we look in the Bible, this is excellent, Fernando. When there is verse that says Keshoshana ben hachochim, like a lily or like a rose among the thorns. Yes, when there's a limitation, when there are limitations or barriers, yes, of selfing, of narrations, of self-interest, also of time, circumstances. And there's also, yes, Ani Chavatzelet Sharon, I am the lily of the Sharon. Sharon is not just, again, from Shir. Lashir is to sing. So there's a singing rose. So we have two phases of a rose with a thorn, or lily with a rose. Yes. And lily, which is singing. The relations, the uninterrupted relations between a teacher and a student, this is the lily of the singing, Shoshana. Chavatzelet Sharon, Shoshana Sharon. Yes. Is there a relation between, yes, Hosanna and Shoshana? You mean Hoshana Rabbah? What happens after Sukkot. This is, you mean Hosh Anah, like this? Hosh Anah. Hosh Anah. The salvation. This is what you mean? Yes. Hosh Anah. This is Hosh. 1 second. Hosh Anah. Yes, this is salvation. Salvation in Aramaic, it means salvation. Salvation. Salvation, Hosh Anah. Yes. And here. Hosh Anah, it means salvation. And Shoshana, this is Shoshana, it sounds, yes. Shoshana, Shosha. Shoshana. And there's also a relation to Shana. Shana is a year. Yes, because the time is in the rose or in the lily. Yes? You see. Shoshana, Shin Vav Shin, Shin Vav Shin, Nun Hey, this is Shoshana. And then we have Shana, is a year. So the Shoshana, the lily, or the rose hold the letters of the word Shana, which is a year, which is time. Yes? Yes, Fernando, I can remember that the thorns, Chochim, have a relation with the letters. Yes. The wisdom. Yes. Chochim, it has the value, I think we have to look at it. Yes. The thorns. Yes. Chochim is 72, yes? Yes, yes. Chochim is 72, let's see. Chochim, that we have like 14, we have 20, Chochim. Ben Chochim, yes. Chochim, so we have 16, 22, yes, this is 72, excellent. Yes, excellent. Chochim, thorns. Thorns in Hebrew. Thorns in Hebrew. Chochim. Yes. The rose is caught. Yes. In the thorns. It is the wisdom. Yes, the crown of thorn. Yes. 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 So from mercy, this is interesting. Crown, yes. Yes. Thorn 22, thorn 72. That's correct. Yes. So from mercy on the student and on the others, yes, there is no teaching for people with self-interest, that they will not use the power. So the thorns are like a wall, yes? That there's, we say, entity. We started with the wall and yesh and entity. When the student comes with a notion of entity and ego, and immediately there will be a wall of thorns against him, and everything will stop. A wall will meet a wall, yes? But infinite will meet infinite. This is when the lily is singing, yes? Because there is no sense of identity or entity, nor in the teacher and not in the student. And then we have a streaming. Yes, Fernando. So if we could say that the Shoshana among the thorns is the rose among the speech, and the Shoshana of Hasharon is related to the rose which is singing. Yes, yes, that's correct. When there is no trust, the speech will not come out and will be caught in the mouth. And if you have noticed in yourselves in moments that there's something happening and you try to say something and somebody speaks with you, or sometimes the speech does not come as it is coming. It is like get a twist, and it comes sometimes with mistakes. Or please pay attention. When there is no obstacles, it will fly. The speech will fly. This is singing. Because what we do now is singing. This is not speaking. Though it comes in words, yes? This is singing when there's no interruptions. But if you are in a moment when people are just negating, even emotionally, it will come differently. The speech will come differently. This is quite interesting. They speak about it in the book of Zohar, that once the sages, they want to, I think in the Zohar, the Yenuka, the baby, the young child, there is a Zohar article, I think Zohar Balak, Zohar Parashat Balak, the Yenuka, the baby, the child, there is an article that when the sages are trying to penetrate something, and they have a discussion, and when they want to penetrate with power, not with nothingness, so there's a lot of struggling is happening in the moment of conversation, but they say that this is coming for the sake of breaking their own walls. Yes? This is quite interesting. And once they break the wall between them, yes, suddenly the bread is coming. Yes? The bread is coming, the thin bread, because there's like obstacles. There's like, let's say, selfishness, or it's not even something that people choose, but there's a wall that we are carrying. Nobody asked us, yes, but each one of us is carrying a wall. And when those walls are meeting, there's a lot of thorns and shells are coming. But once it is, there's a break, yes, in the process, like two swords are against each other. Once there's a break, a great stream comes, or the bread. This is the bread. Sometimes we are educated, sometimes always to have peace and not to have argument and not to have contradicted opinions, yes? But there is a need sometimes in a moment, yes, that there is like contradicted opinions, or even between man and wife or something, that they have different opinion. Of course, they always have different relations to things, because lady is a lady, man is a man. And sometimes there are exchange of words that they are coming. They might be not pleasant at the moment. Somebody would take an offense, but once it is happening, there's a wall is breaking in between them, and there's a new stream comes. Yes, because in some cultures they say don't go avoid conflicts all the time, or disharmonies, or but there is something comes in the moment, and there's exchange, and something is coming, and he says, and she says, and it sounds like what is it? How can they speak to each other? But after it is going out, the thorns or the stops or the wall is just being removed of call it mental activity or mechanical or pressure from the outside, it might be. And there's a new streaming coming. Yes, and this is the bread. Yes? Maybe we can read Zohar Balak. Maybe we can read on Shabbat, yes, with a whiteboard. We can read from Zohar Parashat Balak. There's a beautiful teaching there. Yes, yes. Interestingly, the thorns in the rose can be easily removed. Yes, because they're not real. Yes. Also, in the word Shoshana, what do we have in the word Shoshana? The letters are lishnot, lilmod, to learn. Lishnot, lilmod, to learn. The letters in the word Shoshana, lily or rose, depends, holds the verb to learn. So while learning, yes, might be disputes or different perspectives, but those different perspectives are not personal and are not coming because there are sources, different narrations. Yes, in families, what happens is the father has his narration because he's now playing father, the mother her narration, the children. This is not, family is not learning. Yes, when we go out from family and we are coming with friends, this is a different arena. This is not a bloodline. Yes, because in a bloodline, which is a family, there's narration. This one is the mother, this one is the father, this one is the child, this is the sister, this is the in-laws. This is just like on stage. There's a setup and everybody has to act according to his part in the play or in the show. But here there's no play, there's no show. So, dear friends, I would like to thank you for being with us today. Yes? In spite of the obstacle of the computers heating up and circumstances, which is a very hot day here, I would like to wish you a very good weekend. Shabbat Shalom, good life, and we can meet here on Shabbat at the same time with the Zohar this time. And I hope the whiteboard and both the computer and the whiteboard could work together. So thank you for your patience, your kindness, and your loving friendship. Toda and Shalom. Of course, this is possible, Luke. You can have a video chat. Discord is yours. You can use it between you as much as you want with camera. Just open. You can use it. It's a free choice. You want to speak with camera, speak with camera. You want to speak with voice, speak with voice. Whatever you wish. It is, you can act. We can act. And initiate. Thank you so much. Thank you, Yanis. Thank you, Aniola. Thank you, Luke. Thank you so much. And initiate, if you want to open a conversation with a friend, feel free. Everything is possible here. In life in general, everything is possible. Toda and Shalom.